Marvi Somro from Innovate, Educate, and Inspire, Pakistan. Okay, so her topic is support of early educator development, building foundations for learner-centered early education, a video-based resource for teachers in low-resource contexts.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here. I am the founder and program director of Innovate, Educate, and Inspire Pakistan. We are a non-profit organization, and we've been working in the remote parts of Gilgit-Baltistan since 2016 now, with particular involvement in early childhood education since 2019. So I'm hearing all the presentations. I'm not quite sure that ours fits in with the standard research study, but this is a pilot study for some video-based training resources that were created for teachers, particularly specific to remote areas in Gilgit-Baltistan. So working in the education scape in Gilgit-Baltistan with ECD, we've firsthand experienced a variety of different challenges that teachers face, and we've been gathering teacher voices since we've been working in this domain. Particularly with public schools, in the Aachen education system scape, the situation is quite different. But when we speak about public school education, in early childhood, there are a variety of challenges that start from the very basic, that is inavailability of teachers or contract positions for teachers for them to come in and play a very regularized role in the ECD teaching. So how most communities go about it is that they hire teachers from the local community on a community-based salary model, and that teacher has often acquired a couple of different trainings from either the PMC through a diploma or from other Aachen Education Service trainings. And so the challenge of teacher capacity is then further enhanced by the fact that there is lack of infrastructure inside the schools, and there's also a lack of parent awareness in these remote villages. While the parents are aware of the importance of ECD, they're not quite sure of how that translates into the everyday life of a child. So what were we exploring, and why were we exploring this? The scope of the study was 10 ECD teachers in 2 different villages of the Chipursan Valley. And the study has been ongoing for a period of, it's scheduled for a period of 2 years, and we're only presenting what has been achieved so far. And another requirement of the study for teachers was that teachers should have WhatsApp access, because primarily a big part of this was a WhatsApp-based model. The study was relevant because we wanted to learn before going to scale. The idea is that whatever we're acquiring, whatever knowledge we're acquiring from testing this out with the teachers, we want to use that to scale our product into other parts of Gilgit-Baltistan. And also to provide increased support for teachers to lead quality and relevant early childhood education. We had 2 key research questions. What role can offline and continuous professional development for teachers play in improving the quality of early childhood education? And what value can video-based resources add for teacher professional development? So like I said, this is a very organic study that has taken into account teacher voices since 2019. And so how we went about it was that we developed video-based training resources, and then we took them to the communities we were working with and sought teacher feedback. It was a qualitative study because we have been seeking active teacher feedback since the program launched, and also quarterly feedback from school leaders and parents. Part of the methodology was that we wanted to explore WhatsApp as a viable model for continuous professional development for teachers. And we created a WhatsApp group with teachers from 2 different villages. We were sharing resources with them on a weekly basis and gathering teacher feedback through audio notes and text messages. And teachers were also simultaneously sharing pictures and videos of the classroom where they were implementing their learnings from the video-based resources. So what were the resources? The resources had 3 key components. I will be talking primarily on the video-based training module, but I'll still talk about the 3 key components. We started off by introducing teachers to development milestones. How do children ages 3 to 5 develop? And followed by, we launched a theme-based curriculum with weekly lesson plans and supporting resources that were provided to the teacher through that WhatsApp-based module. The video-based training module had 7 videos to support the everyday engagement of earlier children. What we wanted to achieve with the resources was we wanted to offer support for instruction practices and tools. We wanted to develop and foster positive relations inside the early childhood classroom, and we wanted to embed social and emotional learning. Inside the pack, the 7 videos covered these key themes. We had videos about the daily routine, about the circle time, about play in early years, about the different centers that you have, the importance of story time and how do you incorporate that inside your classroom, teaching language to early years with both a focus on English and Urdu, and also our theme-based curriculum, the value that theme-based curriculum can add to an early childhood classroom. So these videos were not so much focused on the pedagogical aspect in terms of theory, but more so in terms of how do you translate all the trainings that you've received, and how do you translate everything that you've learned in terms of theory and take it and translate it into your actual classroom routines. A big part of this module's development was the learning experience design. The fact that the whole module was built up as a video-based module was also centered in teacher voices, because we know that our remote mountain communities greatly enjoy video-based access because they have so little of it. The module was also developed in Urdu language to facilitate and ensure that the teacher has comprehension, and because we know that Urdu-based content for teacher development exists very scarcely. And we also added, another component was that we added small tips and strategies for the teacher to use and to act as a refresher for the various trainings that they'd received. All the information within the videos was provided in a bite-sized content, so that to make sure that it's not too content heavy for the teacher. So most videos range between 2 to 4 minutes. These are just some snippets of how the videos sort of looked. I'll just be sharing some teacher feedback that we received. So lots of teachers had very positive feedback. There are simple small tips that help how we run our classrooms. For example, I learned that children in early years have a certain duration of attention span. Now this is very interesting because most of these teachers had received their diplomas and received a variety of trainings. So for feedback like that to come out, that was quite interesting in terms of how they're able to translate that training into their everyday classroom experience. Or for example, like other teachers, we used to focus mainly on developing writing skills before. Now I try to create holistic learning experiences. We also had, for example, tips about organizing materials in centers gives us ideas to make the most of our low resource scenario. We also received some very positive tips from the parents that were centered around the overall social emotional well-being of children. And there was a stark increase in the regularized attendance of students inside the classroom. So we had a parent say that my child seems happier and excited than ever before to go to school. Another said, my child is now eager to go to school on a daily basis. She does not want to miss on the activities happening in the school. This was not the case before, and she would often want to skip school. Now, we've coupled this feedback with some of our findings. We're not presenting them as recommendations just yet, because a part of the study is still ongoing. There was a very active response from the teachers towards this WhatsApp-based module. This is an indication that this module can be, WhatsApp as a model may be viable for further exploration. Flexibility and spaced out teacher professional development that the WhatsApp-based model offers also leads to enhanced engagement and ownership of the training content from teachers. What we also noticed was what this led to was creation of a community of support for the teachers. And teachers were seen sharing their initiatives happening inside the class, and also appreciating each other and giving each other suggestions and recommendations. There was a lot of interest, as we had hoped or predicted, towards interest and excitement towards the video-based content. Teachers were frequently seen asking for more videos, or there are more teachers from the chairperson community wanting to be part of this seed module. The fact that the module was based in Urdu And there was a particular learning experience design. There was also ease of comprehension for the teachers. And there was also an increase in teachers' vocabulary of ECD concepts and pedagogies. Because they were shown the concepts in English on the screen and followed by Urdu, while the whole narrative was developed in Urdu. There was also, it was also noticed that the regularized teacher support and access to trainers through the WhatsApp model enhanced teachers' significant and their overall sense of support. What's next? Like I said, that we're trying to learn for scale, and so we are continuing on with the study with more teachers, and we hope to develop this module further and then take it to other remote parts of Gilgit-Baltistan, where internet access is scarcely available, which limits teachers' access to resources relevant to their day-to-day teaching. Thank you so much.